Well, good day, my friends. Thank you for joining me today. We are looking at the fourth teaching block. It's Matthew chapter number 18. And this chapter is dealing with the church discipline, or how to treat one another. In fact, Matthew is the only gospel writer that mentions the word church, and he does that in chapter 16, verse 18 and 18:17. But it's the latter part of this chapter where it's talking about forgiveness that I think we need to focus our attention, because it's so easy when people do things to us and treat us wrong, not to forgive them and not to treat them correctly afterwards, because most of our life and human nature is to do unto others as they do to us. But that's not what God and what Christ teaches. And so what he says, he gives a parable actually in the latter part of this chapter about a master who his servant owed him so much money he could never repay, and yet he forgave him. And then when he forgave him and released him from jail, he went and found a servant who owed him just a little bit, and he wouldn't forgive him. And the last verse of this chapter says that you must forgive from the heart. And we go over in the first teaching block on the Sermon on the Mount, and we see what we call the Lord's Prayer. In the latter part of that prayer, it says that if we don't forgive others, the Lord will not forgive us. So friends, I want to say that it's so important that we treat others like we want to be treated. We should forgive others like we want to be forgiven. For all of us have sinned. All of us have failed. And so I encourage you, let's be a person of forgiveness. No matter what people do to us, we must learn to release it. Let God take care of them. And so I encourage you, let's look at this chapter. Let's listen to the teaching of Jesus in this church discipline chapter, in this teaching block. But most of all, through it all, let's be a person to forgive one another. God bless you. Hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.